It's Ben from the Warehouse Underground back again during my tour of the brand new manufacturing facility for Toyota Material Handling North America. I have another guest that I'm going to talk to about this. This is Tony Miller. He is the Chief Supply Officer. Now, Tony, the facility was absolutely amazing. This is one of the best facilities I've ever been in, and I've been in a lot, so kudos to you.
Thank you very much.
So you are Chief Supply Officer, which to me seems like a huge role for a company as big as this. So just tell us a little bit of like what the day in the life is like for you in your position.
Well, if you spent much time in supply chain, you know there's not a normal day, right? There's always surprises. But I'm responsible for all of the manufacturing in North America, which means I'm responsible for not only Columbus, but also our factories in Lebanon, Indiana, East Chicago, Indiana, Franklin, Indiana, Muscatine, Iowa, and Greene, New York. And so I go to each of those sites every month to check in, what we call Genchi Genbutsu, see it with my own eyes. Talk with the leaders there, with the associates, try to understand what are their pain points and how can I help, or how can someone in my team at another location help them to drive what it is that they're trying to accomplish. And so much of my time is spent going from facility to facility and just trying to understand the pain points, understand what their strategies are, and how we can move the company forward.
Yeah. Now talk to me about what a facility like this means, because it's not a museum, right? I mean, this is an actual functioning facility that is a tool for the company. But what does it mean for not only your customers, but your employees, and also just the people in the local area? I mean, we're in Columbus, Indiana. I think you live in this area too. So what does it mean for everybody in terms of, emotional feel
Sure.
with a site like this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, first and foremost, it was obviously the concept and the strategy was around the customer, right? Being able to serve them better than what we have in the past. And I think we've been a great supply partner. We had some challenges like many companies through COVID. We've worked our way through those. We have all of our lead times and our backlogs back in check. But our forecast long-term is that our customers are going to continue to grow. The industry is going to continue to grow. We have a desire to not only grow with the industry, but we want to continue to grow market share. So that was really the driver behind the concept. And then, we did I think a very impartial perspective or investigation about where should we expand our production capacity. But one of the things that we really did narrow in on is that we would prefer to do it in a location that we already exist. Like, we don't want to create another location in another state. And so we really kind of narrowed in on our existing footprint and where is it that we think we would best fit. And really, Columbus, as I stated in my speech, was the winner, right? I mean, the state of Indiana and their approach to business, supporting existing business, attracting new business, the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 supplier availability in this area. It was just a lot of boxes that Columbus checked. And so that the decision became really obvious as to where the location should be. But anyway, back to your question, I think it means a lot to the community. We're one of the largest employers in this community. We get out into the community and we volunteer our time. And so we want to be a valuable contributor to the communities that we live in. So it's not only Columbus, it's Seymour, it's up into Greenwood. We have associates that live along this interstate corridor, and it's positively impacting those communities and the communities where our suppliers exist.
Yeah, I mean, and there are thousands of employees that are working here, correct? And it just seems like the culture that's been established and built is second to none. And I would think once you establish that culture, you're probably very hesitant to try to leave and expand. Not that you couldn't do it, sure, in another state, in another area, but when you have a place that's so amazing and so good, like how it is here, then you try to do everything you can do to kind of expand, get the most out of this you can before you leave to another state.
For sure. Yeah, we have the great opportunity to have our core values that were established in 1935 by Sakichi Toyoda's second generation after he passed, to encapsulate what was important to Sakichi.
Yeah.
And so those have withstood the test of time, right? And so, like you said, they're very relatable, and we've built a culture around those 5 precepts to get our people to, act and behave in a way that we want them to.
Yeah.
So,
and some sites you go to, I'm not going to name any names. This is not Toyota material handling, but there's some sites out there where that type stuff is just posters on the wall. But in practice, it's not happening. Not the case here. This was just one of the most engaged, effective. I mean, it's Toyota, so you sort of expect it to be kind of that way, but it surpassed the expectations that even you would have of a Toyota site. So they're living all the principles. Now, I got to say, they were talking about some of the metrics and some of the output that they can turn out today, which was eye-watering to me. I mean, over 160 forklifts per day. I mean, various models and everything, but over 160 forklifts per day is what stood out to me as being impossible to believe, but it is happening. I mean, what stands out for you metrics-wise?
Yeah, well, across our North American network, it's over 400 forklifts a day.
That's just...
and then this factory, based on our long-term forecast over the next 10 years, we expect to grow to almost 100 forklifts. So in addition to the 160, which we also expect to grow, this factory will produce 100 units a day. And so obviously that means that our customers believe in us, they trust us, and our job is to make sure that we continue to earn that trust, earn that business, and so that we can continue to grow, we can continue to expand in this community. So I think that's really important. But the Toyota name stands for quality and reliability, and so everybody knows that responsibility when they walk in the door.
It's on my shirt.
You have Toyota on your that's your badge. Yep. Like, it's your personal responsibility to live up to the badge. Yeah. And we don't take that lightly, and we're very proud of it.
Yeah, as you should be. I mean, you should be. I mean, I know it's a tour and people are on their best behavior for the tour, but I could tell they weren't faking it. I could tell it's the real deal out there. So last question, I want to bring this up to you because we saw the facility, the 4 walls and everything in the facility, but I do want to give a shout out or get your opinion on the total supply chain, because there's a whole lot of things that have to happen outside of the 4 walls of the facility to keep it running and keep it operating. So talk about the power and the strength of the total supply chain at Toyota Material Handling North America.
Yeah, so what you saw on the tour was a lot of just-in-time delivery. And we have a large portion of our supply base that delivers to us in the sequence that we assemble. And so many of those suppliers are kind of local to here, but we do have some as far south as Atlanta. And so, managing that and getting those parts not only into the building, which is a challenge, right? Especially since COVID, it's been a little bit bigger challenge for us. We've developed a lot of tools to try to predict proactively if we're going to have a shortage or not. But getting those parts then in the building, into the store, to the line side at the right time, right? The right part at the right place at the right time. There's an army of people. There's an army of systems that connect that whole web together. And sometimes I will say that I'm amazed. Like, you're standing there and that part got to that spot at that exact right time to go on that truck. Yep. And it may have started in China. It may have started in Japan. It may have started 20 miles from here, right? But they all come together at exactly the right time. And we have great people and great systems to make that happen, but it's still sometimes a marvel.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. I mean, it is an orchestra going on out there on the floor, what you can see, and it sounds like it's an orchestra going on where you can't see, and the supply chain too. So take it from me, if you get a chance to come visit this facility and take a tour, you absolutely should do it. You won't regret it. It's fantastic. It is amazing to see and be immersed in that culture, and I definitely felt that when I was out there.